Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Crapo. We'll see how long. Oh, a dog just came out of his little pineapple hut. Okay, I'm just gonna do like a quick reading on the world. I was just gonna head out, but then I was like, I'll do a video. All right. I feel like a lot of like women in power vibes and like world leader women in charge on two different continents. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay, just wait. And I don't know why my dog like comes to life when I go online, but it's just a thing. I'll blame it on you guys. And all right, so we have these women in power. Right? Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. Well, I'm picking up that like even if there's men in office, you know, some women seem to be running the show. Okay. I feel like there's this like old version of like how things are run that feels like a big like dark sort of, like in 2001 it's like that sculpture like the monolith. It feels more like the monolith in a flat uh, weighing down kind of way. Okay. Do you want okay, you want food? You're very small, so you don't need a lot of food. He's a mini chihuahua. Anyway, okay, we got this monolith. All right. I feel like there's people who are in that like the press or what do you call it? Journalists. I don't know why I wanted to start the word journalist with a P, but anyway, like politician journalists, like educated people on politics. It's like they're spinning their wheels. Like you really have to be like visionary, I think, at this point to be effective. It's like some outside of the box stuff. Cause like things have been going a certain way. And the only way you could change that is to come up with something new. Like just to preface this reading, like my point of view when I do readings is to aim for the positive and uh, the fixing, helpful thing. So when I talk about like coming up with a new format for politics, I'm not talking in the negative. Okay, I'm not talking about Orwellian. Like I'm trying to like rise above that. Okay. No disrespect to George Orwell. I love his book of essays and stuff. All right. You know how like people love music and stuff, and like it's like relaxing, and it sort of takes you on this voyage. Like I feel like the solutions will be that kind of on that kind of level of inspired, like muse. People have to use their intuition to come up with solutions. I mean, it seems obvious maybe, but like rather than like, a cog in the wheel of the pre-existing system that isn't working so great, uh, what are all the inspired thoughts we can like come up with and see how that feels, or talk to each other and like just get in the habit more of including inspired solutions in there that might seem like like or I don't know, like in order to get into your inspired zone you need to be like you know in nature and just you know doing that Sound of Music, like spinning on the hill, like just vibing, like whatever, whatever it take, whatever is your, connecting with nature. It's always good, because that's like a really locked in system plan that works. That isn't, it's like an agreement. Nature, water, animals, birds, like what, they're all kind of in sync. And it's like, why aren't we like that? So getting your ideas from an inspired place in a place where things work, like nature, like I feel like that is good. Like in front of a body of water, like whatever, like that. that's, that's nature too. Because you know how like a lot of architecture, like quick, like fast architecture today is really like depressing, and it isn't like born of inspired thought. Like, and it can bring people down. I can definitely like, is this life? Is this as good as it gets? Like this kind of like fast food architecture. You know, while it might seem overly artistic to like try to get your ideas from this place, or like inspired politics from that place, like, well, what are you losing if you're not doing that? Because like nature is beautiful and like complicated, but interconnected. And it's like, I think in life, like we want to see like architecture that reflects who we are and like our connection with nature and stuff. So it's kind of like, hey, like wake up guys, like it's pretty obvious like what isn't working. So let's just like focus on what would work. All right, I'm getting a bit vague there, but I'm just gonna go back in there. Yeah, I'm also feeling that like school system. You want to come in? School systems had a Dr. Disco. Oop, oh my god, not that much high. Okay. Um, I'm getting this feeling of like for the school for kids and stuff and teenagers, like it has to be a safe place. I feel like and if that means maybe there's a little less teaching going on, but it's like if you let's say school exists so that like parents can work, and they're being essentially babysat and off the streets or whatever. Like if that's the goal of the school system now, or to, whatever, if that's part of their goal, um, let it be like a safe haven And like if some people are dealing with a lot, or it's too much, there has to be there the main goal of school can be like it's safe, and like you're not gonna hate coming here. Like it won't be a hurtful environment. Okay, and then there's you maybe it's more like a buffet of like different choices. Like there's the art room, there's the whatever. There might be sure like certain goals you have to achieve, but with computers and just, a million and one videos on how to do this or that, like it could be maybe flexible on how you get to the end result of like passing your exam. But like when you come to school, it's like I feel like doing art, or I feel like doing band or dance or whatever, like, and then you leave happy, then you're like developing a less stressful, like a less trauma based people. And like it allows for people to like learn at their pace, and stuff like that. So like for people who are really academic, like there's room for that. Like essentially the main goal is like peaceful day, a good people had a good day, and knowing how to have a good day with each other is massive, which like seems like something that isn't really a thing everywhere today. So like what else am I picking up? I don't know if this is like the media or like people who are used to like having their voices heard on a grand scale, and it kind of is giving like TV channel kind of media outlet stuff. And they might feel like, we're here to stay, we've always been here. But really, like if you think about it, like CNN and stuff, like I'm old enough to remember when that just started, and it was corny as hell, and like you know 24-hour news, like what? Like it's it's an old format at this point, and maybe past irrelevancy like 7 years ago is my feeling about it. So there's gonna be those like entities, like corporations, whatever, that are like gonna fight back about any kind of like change of the status quo. But like if the status quo is painful, and you know you don't want to keep like trying to make a bad relationship work, like it's a toxic relationship, the status quo with us. So it's like, gotta, gotta break up with certain aspects of the status quo to like have a good day, you know. Okay, I just want to like underline that like this video is an intuitive reading. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. So just like know that. Um, yeah, and I'm also feeling like with education, there needs to be like more art. Uh, like, let's say art is just like an elective or even not available in a school really to any great extent. It needs to be like everyone has access to it, and there's like more of an appreciation for it because it's like nonverbal uh, communication and expression that's important for people. And it doesn't mean you have to come out with like a realistic drawing. Like if you go to the best museums, like there's a lot of not realistic drawing going on there. And personally, I love medieval. I love anything before Renaissance, so, like, like, I you know clapping of the hands for people who are good at, drawing and stuff, and, like, I can draw realistically, but, like, the stuff that I love is, like, medieval religious icon painting and stuff, which is pretty, like, not realistic and really cool. Um, and, like, whatever, Mark Mark Chagall or something, like, on the ceiling of, the Paris Opera or, like, Lincoln Center and stuff, it's like, that's not realistic, but it's wonderful. So, like, don't be mad at people drawing outside the lines or just doing random scribbles and stuff. Like, it's just about making art. Like, um, okay, so we went back to education there. I mean, there's people who are like used to things being a certain way, so maybe it makes sense to like think about the children and how to change the school system for the better so it's like safe and respectful to the individual and stuff, to then like make different policies like more normal for that generation. All right. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of like clapback from like people in power, you know, news networks, like experts, like, like, but if they're not using their own intuition and trying to connect to like the like if you think of meditation as like backing up and looking at the whole puzzle laid out in front of you, uh instead of like table flipping, it's like you're just looking at everything, how it's all interconnected in a calm way. Like that's a better place from which to make decisions rather than being like reactive or dealing with something that's like physical right now. Like, because it's kind of like if it's manifested, it's, you could say it's like old news. So try to start from like the best possible place of thinking when you're trying to make governmental policy and what all that. I love how quiet the dog is. Like if you've seen any of my other videos, he's barking throughout. So maybe he approves this message. Okay, I'm just gonna see a couple more things and then stop. Okay. Yeah, and also like taking the time to like really appreciate nice things like flowers. They're like temporary and really beautiful. Like we're very like verbal, communicating kind of society, but like I feel like if there's more emphasis on like just that kind of appreciation of actual nature in person. So whether that means like introducing more gardens into urban places, like it plays a role. Like it's like hearing from your grandma, like if you get along with your grandma, like it's a nonverbal thing with nature and like flowers and stuff. And let's say not just flowers in a bouquet necessarily, but like in the ground. Get really connected. I mean, it could be it can be a bouquet if like that's the best you can do, but like real life flowers, and it would be nice if they were in the ground. And just like having that moment of taking it like appreciation. If you're spending time appreciating, then you're substituting that for being critical of like what is like solid here on earth, like in terms of like buildings that are like, like I was saying before, like quick construction buildings that are like depressing looking. If you spend time appreciating the things that are great about being on earth, your decisions might be in sync with that rather than just people going head to head about like, I disagree with you. It's like, well, disagreement is like on a lower level than inspired thought, so it would benefit to like back it up and like see the big puzzle before okay. I'm laughing so much, like when I connect with good energy, it has that like joyful feeling, so whatever. Okay, the world, just one more thing. Okay, and the last message I'm getting is like, don't obsess over like, like that bridezilla, like perfect relationship template, whatever. It's again with that, like the good form of like school would be just a place where you feel good, like when you go there and when you leave, like you don't feel damn it, you just feel like respected in yourself, like truly yourself. I feel like that I'm getting that feeling about like thinking about relationships. I'm not saying no one can get married or anything. I'm just saying like you want to go into it feeling like authentically you and not like a character, not like the bride character, that, or and like to feel like every day you can like exist in that relationship authentically as yourself, and that's very powerful. And you could even say glamorous, like if you want that like maxing out like feeling like self-love and like uh respecting. I don't know if respecting is the right word, but like empathy and like correspondence, like working together, meeting each other halfway, like, but respecting the individual. Like, I mean, imagine you were in a relationship like that where you were fully yourself and like they thought that was awesome and wouldn't want it any other way. Like, strive for like that rather than the like picture perfect relationship is what I'm picking up. Like, because if more people aren't just feeling bad day to day, like I think we'd make better decisions together. This is what I'm picking up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Um, I tried to plug in my microphone, but it's like I can't find the toggle that takes it from this to like whatever USB-C. So ignore the bad audio and like the bad lighting and whatever. It's still like an awesome video. And if you guys, if you want to subscribe, that would be incredible. I'd love to make it to 1,000 subscribers. Tell your boss, tell your friends, tell whoever to subscribe. That'd be great. And then I can like, once I pass 1,000 and I get some like advertising revenue from YouTube, I can make like better shows for all of y'all. Okay, take care. Have a good day. Bye.